Welcome to LFM SPORTS. I'm Pierre.
And T Savage in the building.
All that smack you were talking. What happened? Who dat? My Saints beat up on the Cowboys Sunday.
Man, please. Yeah, y'all won. Hats off to y'all. But y'all ain't nothing. Ain't never gonna be nothing.
Come on now, don't be salty.
It is what it is, and I said what I said.
Who dat? Who dat? Who dat said they gonna beat them Saints?
Look, you don't even say it right yourself. Y'all can go back to New Orleans with all that. Coming down to Jerry World with all that second lining. Please.
Saints beat the Cowboys 44-19. It was over before it started.
All right, I can give y'all props for winning. The Saints might not be like the Saints from last year. They might got a good team this year. But we'll see.
It was a great game. You think y'all going to the Super Bowl? Not if you have to go through the Saints.
And now I have to hear this mess until next year.
Derek Carr really lit it up, and Alvin Kamara is still running on y'all.
Yeah, y'all got that, but it's a long season. So congratulations, Aints, for the win. We're going to get the last laugh in the end.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to cherish this moment.
That's what y'all Aints do.
Next up, the Eagles lost to the Falcons last night 22-21, a game that came down to the wire.
Yeah, and they're just fine with me.
The Eagles really filed things up at the end there.
Didn't I tell you wasn't nobody worried about Saquon? He just dropped a winning touchdown for no reason at all.
I can't believe the way they lost that game. If Barkley makes that catch, a first down or a touchdown ends this game.
Cry, she goes cry. Yeah, it's what time I'm on.
Sounds like you want everyone to lose since y'all lost.
Yeah, to all my rivals, yes. Now you're catching on.
Oh, wow. Well, with that loss, both the Falcons and the Eagles are now 1-1.
Shout out to Kirk Cousins. Yeah, you redeemed yourself this week.
Another notable game we have to discuss is the 49ers falling to the Minnesota Vikings 23-17.
The 49ers lost, baby, and I love it. Look, nobody's going to go undefeated in this league. It's never happened and probably never will.
Well, that's 2 years in a row that the Niners lose to the Vikings. Maybe this team is a bad matchup, except this year they lost to Sam Darnold.
Yeah, well, Justin Jefferson was out last year also. But oh, was he here for this one? Just the threat of having him out there gave them big concerns. A bigger concern could be that offensive line. They let Purdy get sacked 6 times.
It's just week 2, so they have time to get things turned around. We still expect this team to make the playoffs. So let's stay tuned and see. Can they bounce back next week? Meanwhile, the Ravens start the season 0-2, losing to the Raiders 26-23.
They don't want to fall too far behind in the standings. It's early, but don't look now. Here come the Cowboys next week. And just imagine falling to 0-3. They don't want to fall too far behind the Chiefs.
Speaking of Kansas City, they beat the Cincinnati Bengals 26-25.
Now, this was a great close game. The Bengals started out 0-2 as well. I picked these two to meet in the AFC title game. Is it crazy to go ahead and lock in the Chiefs now?
Well, they are the Super Bowl defending champions.
Well, what I do know is they're up 2-0. And if you have a loss, you have to catch up. Tough way to lose a game. Cincinnati had won if they could have held on.
And then you have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers pulling off the upset against the Detroit Lions to start the season off 2-0.
I know they wish they had a do-over, but there's no takebacks. And since they let Baker Mayfield run that touchdown on them in the third quarter, they'll never let that down. Since nobody scored in the fourth quarter, that won the game. Don't look now. The Bucs stayed undefeated.
Great games all around the league. And other scores, we have the Bills defeating the Dolphins 31-10. The Browns beat the Jaguars 18-13. Aaron Rodgers bounces back this week with the Jets beating the Titans 24-17. The Carolina Panthers fall again, losing to the Chargers 26-3. The Seattle Seahawks pull off the win in overtime with a 23-10 win over the New England Patriots. Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders get their first win of the season over the New York Giants 21-18. The Packers beat the Colts 16-10, and we have the Arizona Cardinals blowing out the Rams 41-10. The Seahawks defeated the Broncos 13-6, and the Bears fall to the Houston Texans 19-13.
Hey, P, I agree with you. Great games all over the league. Some teams are already starting to show if they're contenders or pretenders. It's only week 2, And this is the NFL. Plenty of time to get things turned around. But I will say this. If you still have a goose egg after week 3, you in trouble.
That's our time, folks. Tune in next week as we cover games around the league. Comment below, and don't forget to follow the page. Like, share, comment, and subscribe for more videos.